Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, what's happening? So before we even start this video, give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and do all of that, because if you know that I know that we know, we support together. So as you see from the title of this video, I am bringing y'all Military Monday video. Y'all know my schedule, Military Mondays, period. So we're gonna get into that. So for today's video, I'm bringing y'all a Q&A because I get asked a lot of questions on Instagram and Snapchat. So I'm just here to answer all of them for y'all. If I look a hot mess, it's just I work in a warehouse, and so I got all of the questions written down on this book because I'm using my phone to record, so I can't really get them off of there. I could insert pictures, but to like save me editing time, I'd rather just cut right to the chase. Short clip, period. So for the first question that I received, I was asked, how long is an average term in service? So with this one, an average is supposed to be 4 years for your first term, but it all really depends on what your liaison gives you or what you request, because I got the option to get a 4-year contract or a 6-year contract. I also had a 3-year contract, but that was for another MOS that I was trying to get, but he was not going for it. Infantry. Ain't no scary hoes on here. Let me stop. Yeah, it just all really depends how long your contract is. What's my MOS and what does it stand for? I'm a 92 Alpha. So basically, 92 Alpha stands for Automatic Logistical Specialist, and I'm the specialist for logistical supplies. Is that even? I just deal with a bunch of supplies all day. I work in a warehouse, and I get parts out to the other units that need them to fix Black Hawks, helicopters, and all these planes and stuff they got going on. Or for the Humvees and like the big vehicles to drive around it and like take out parts to other places. So y'all really gonna love this question because this is a very frequent question I get asked. Is the money good? Good money there is. Period. So basically, the money is annual. You just have a set price based off your rank. You do make a little bit more than the person that probably is the same rank as you. It all just depends on how long you was in the service for, because it goes up every now and again. For me, when I just got out of high school and I was making like 700 something, that money was a blessing to me because I never made over $200 working at the little job that I made back in high school. So it was a very big jump from what I was making before to now, and it helped me a lot. And since they basically give you housing when you first join because you're not married or anything, or if you have kids, you just gonna have all of that. But I live in the barracks, so the money that I see I don't have to use towards anything, but since I have a car and my phone bill and my insurance, my money goes towards that. So if I didn't have any of that, I would just have $700 in my pocket to keep. You feel me? Is there a way to do part-time in the service? There absolutely is. If you want to go part-time route, highly suggest you going reservist, because I'm pretty sure they work Saturday and Sundays. I'm not sure Fridays, but don't quote me on it, because I do have some friends that do a little work Friday here and there. If you don't want to do Monday through Friday and just Saturday, Sunday, have your little college and your little jobs going on, I highly recommend reservist. Does the military really pay for college? So with this one, I'm not quite sure. I do just know that they offer some schooling programs and some programs for those that do want to go to school, but me physically knowing if the military pays off like everything towards your school, I'm not sure, because I do have some friends that are in school currently and they're still paying for their classes, and I'm like, I thought military paid for it. They're like, yo, will having a criminal record disqualify me from joining the army? It kind of all depends on what branch you're gonna join, but I know like depending on what crime you have committed, you can get like a waiver into it. But if it's like something bad for like mentally ill people, they probably not gonna let you join because they don't want to risk you flipping out on your battle buddy or the next man like that's on our team. But it just kind of all depends on what you did. What's all the requirements to join the army? I feel like the little points that it really hits the most is going to be citizenship, age, education, and physical abilities. So you're going to have the citizenship. So you're going to have to be from the United States. I know they do have programs where if you are from outside of the United States, you can join, but you have to go through a couple of different paperwork to kind of show like what you got going on. And with the age, you have to be 18 and older, and you have to have graduated from high school or have a GED. So your education, that hits with ASVAB, so you will have to take a test before joining to see where you kind of set at for your MOSs and which like field you're gonna go into. And then the physical abilities hits on basic training. So basically the little training in the beginning before actually joining. Basic combat training, so it's just basically teaching you how to shoot, how to do formations when it comes to being on a battlefield. Do we receive raises? Our raises all depend on how long we've been in the service. So the longer we've been in, the more annual raise we get. So you can be the same rank to the next guy, but if you were in longer, your pay is going to be much higher than his. So it just all depends on how long you was in. For our last question, I was asked, do we get to pick where we are stationed? In the beginning, you have choices on where you want to go. You can put them on a little roster. But for the most part, you most likely won't get where you picked. It's not necessarily rare, but it's random because it's your first term, so they necessarily just randomly pick where you go. But your second term, or just your second contract, you do get to choose where you go. So that's the benefit of that one. But I gotta pick a thumbnail now. I'll do a thumbnail. But that was it for the end of this video. I really hope I answered a bunch of you guys' questions, but I really picked the most frequent questions that I get asked like on a daily basis. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to be active, stay active, and that's about it. And I'll see y'all in my next video.